Merry Christmas Eve, everybody! I hope you're all having a happy holiday with the ones you love. You guys submitted a lot of questions, so let's not waste any time. For the record, I'm going to be going over these in alphabetical order for the sake of neatness. 4C Blotzheim asks, where do you find all your humoristic Mario clips? SMG4. Why don't you speak of Sonic games like Sonic 3D Blast and Sonic Labyrinth? Because those games suck and I haven't played them, so why would I want to talk about them? Do you plan on doing other years of whatever franchise? And if yes, which franchise do you plan on speaking about next year? The year of Sonic is a one-time thing. I don't plan on doing any other years of anything, especially since this one kinda wore me down by the end of it. Ahmed Hassan asks, what's your favorite movie of all time? That would be a tie between Sonic the Hedgehog 2 and Spider-Man No Way Home. Which type of game do you prefer, 2D or 3D games? 3D games. Favorite genre? In movies or video games? In video games, that'd probably be the 3D platformer. In movies, action-adventure. Alex Leland asks, what other Sonic character would you like to see in Smash? Dr. Eggman. What is your favorite Zelda game? The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. What video game series would you like to see have a crossover? I'd like to see Crash Bandicoot crossover with Sonic, and maybe Mega Man crossover with Sonic 2. Alex the Raichu asks, how do you think Sonic got all those new powers in Sonic Frontiers? Well, 3 of them are unlocked by absorbing the cages that trap his friends, so I'm guessing it has something to do with cyberspace. Besides Chris Thorndike, which Sonic character do you hate the most? His parents. Are you gonna cover Chari5's Sonic Frontiers video? Yes, but you're gonna have to wait a little bit. This year of Sonic has really worn me down of Sonic content. Andrew Potts asks, will you do Chari5's Kingdom Hearts videos? Yes, but like the Frontiers video, you're gonna have to wait a little bit. An observer asks, what is your favorite ability to use in the Sonic series? The drop dash, except in Forces. Who is your favorite person that you collabed with? Elf on TV, though the others were good too. Arkham Tony asks, when are you going to do the Everything Wrong with Chari5's Everything Wrong with Batman Arkham videos, and are you going to do one for Injustice as well? The Batman Arkham videos are slated for next year. Injustice, I don't know when that one's gonna be. Do you read DC or Marvel comics? I used to, but not anymore. Ashdor Crush asks, apparently it's confirmed that Sonic does have feelings for Amy, but is afraid to say it. Your thoughts? I think they should get rid of the rule that Sonic characters can't be in relationships. I mean, you have one of your character's core character traits be that she's in love with the main character, and if the main character likes her back, why do you even still have that rule? Who's had it worse, Shadow or Silver? That's a tough one, because if we're going 06, Silver probably had it worse since he was born into an apocalyptic future, and Shadow had a fairly comfortable life before Gun attacked. But if we're going with canon Silver, then Shadow by all means. Autobot Productions asks, if I could make my own Sonic game, what would it be about? Honestly, I could make an entire trilogy starring these 3, with each one being the main antagonist of their own entry. But if I could only pick one, easily the EXE one. In fact, I already have an idea in my mind. Maybe I could share it all with you someday. Backstromer asks, if you like anime, what's your favorite anime? Also, how many hockey teams can you name? 1, I can't name any hockey teams because I don't watch hockey. And 2, I don't watch anime, so I don't have a favorite anime. Sorry. Fatdex Gamer asks, are you going to do the Everything Wrong for the Spyro trilogy? Maybe, but if I do, I might leave the first one behind because he outright admitted that it was really hard to find anything to sin. Are you going to do Everything Wrong for any other channels besides Chari5? Maybe. I am thinking about taking a crack at GCN, but for right now, I'm going to stick with Chari5. Any other Everything Wrong to Chari5 that you want to do aside from Mario and Sonic in the future? Oh yeah, I got a lot, so stay tuned. Be Creative asks, how are you? I'm doing well, thank you very much. How did you find out about Chari and SMG4? Chari I found out due to CinemaSins, and SMG4 I actually watched a response video of theirs and decided to check out their channel and ended up becoming a fan. Would you ever make a reaction video? Maybe. In fact, next time SMG4 does another arc, I could do something like that. Chowblade Lyrics asks, what is your favorite Pokemon? It's Pikachu! Did you run into any bugs while playing Sonic Frontiers? If not, what do you think is the funniest one you've seen online? I haven't run into any bugs, nor have I really seen any online. I've heard of clipping, but aside from that, not too many bugs. Chad Peterson asks, would you like it if Eggman Nega appeared again but in the SatAM Robotnik design? I don't know about that. His design is already perfectly fine, it's just that he needs a personality to match it. Who do you think would win in a fight between Solaris and Galeem? Solaris. Galeem may be powerful, but Solaris bends time and space. Who do you think should be the main villain of the 3rd Sonic movie? Shadow. And maybe Agent Stone. But mostly Shadow. Classic M&S asks, what is the most difficult game you've 100%ed? Cuphead. What's your favorite Mario game? Super Mario Odyssey! Customs for noobs asks, thoughts on the Dragon Ball franchise? It exists. Yeah, I don't really watch it, nor do I really care. Sorry. Who's cuter, Tails or Charmy? Please don't hate me for this, Charmy. What other characters would you like to see in Sonic Frontiers? Given Sage's family motif, I would have liked to see Mellow Sonic. It would have been interesting to see some brother-sister dynamic. Dangle Doodled asks, who is your favorite Sonic voice actor? Roger Craig Smith. Are you going to do everything wrong at Atari 5's Everything Wrong with Sonic Frontiers and Super Smash Bros. Brawl? I've already answered Sonic Frontiers, but Super Smash Bros. Brawl is a big maybe. I don't know if I really want to do that video. What's your favorite Sonic transformation? The Werehog. Yeah, it's a bit of a touchy subject, but I think it's cool. Darkhammer Bro 1616 asks, when did you start watching Charify's videos? Around 2017, I think. How did you come up with the policy on determining whether a glitch is an actual problem with the game? When I saw the requirements for creating that stupid seizure glitch in Sonic Colors Ultimate. Which Sonic game do you think is the best ranking system? Sonic Unleashed. It's tough, but fair. The Dark Hot Topic 21 asks, what was the first Sonic game you played? Sonic the Hedgehog 1. Who is your favorite Sonic character? Silver the Hedgehog, Mephiles or Infinite? Mephiles. David the Music Man asks, what is your most favorite game and most hated game? My most favorite game is Undertale. My most hated game I'd rather not say because I'm gonna tell you in the Sonic ranking video. Who is your favorite character in any movie or game? Sans the Skeleton. What game would you say is the best OST for your taste? Also Undertale. I don't know why, but it really clicks with me, you know? Delson Gamer asks, what's your favorite and least favorite Sonic music? My favorite music, Sonic Colors. My least favorite music, Sonic Chronicles. Demon Slayer 5122 asks, when do you plan on covering Chari's Doki Doki Literature Club video? Actually, I'm considering not doing that video at all because that video contains some sensitive subject and I don't really know if I'm the right person to deal with that. Also, I'd have to play Doki Doki myself, and I don't want to. What is your favorite video he made? That's a tie between Paper Mario Sticker Star and FNAF Security Breach. What is your least favorite video he made? Easily the Undertale video. He gets so much wrong in that video, it's not even funny. And yet he acts like it is. DJS Kirby asks, what's your favorite food? Pizza. Will you answer this question? Yes. Dogsman asks, what is your favorite and least favorite classic Mega Man game? My favorite is Mega Man 11. My least favorite? Probably Mega Man 1. EE asks, what's your favorite Sonic fan game? I haven't played any Sonic fan games, sorry. How do you feel about the future of Sega and other video game companies? Well, I think Sega's off on a better start than they were, but only the future will tell if they're really gonna be better. EA, Bethesda, Konami are the same as they've always been. Capcom, Sony, and Microsoft seem to be doing well. I have no idea what Valve's up to. Square Enix seems to be in a rut of some sort. Activision Blizzard's going to hell. And Nintendo really has me worried, what with their recent money-hungry tactics and disregard for optimization. I mean, just look at poor Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. I can't even blame the hardware for this one. How do you feel about anime? It exists. Eli Bonham asks, are there any Sonic games that you played that you would consider bad? Someone hasn't watched the past 15 videos. What's your list of Sonic games that have the best bosses and the worst bosses, from worst to best? And if you hadn't considered that, will you potentially make a video about that in the future? No video, but I would say that the best bosses are from Sonic Frontiers and the worst bosses would probably be from Chronicles, if I'm being honest. All of them are so boring. Eli's Modern Gaming asks, what's your favorite childhood TV show? Thomas and Friends. Are you a brony? Kind of. I have a soft spot for MLP, but I'm not that into it either. And Mr. Turbo Man asks, what made you decide to sin the sins of Chari 5? Well, before I discovered the Birdman and Omega Blackheart, I was an avid watcher of Chari 5's channel. But after I watched a few videos by the Birdman and saw the problems in their sins, I went back to Chari's channel and noticed a lot of the same problems. And it seemed like nobody cared because barely anyone decided to call him out. But I decided that I would do it because if no one else is going to do it, I may as well step up to the plate. What is your opinion on the Kirby franchise? I love it. What Sonic character that Sega treated like crap do you think should get a redemption the most? The Chaotix. Emmanuel ARR Pin asks, what's your favorite Sonic game? That'll be revealed in the game ranking video, so wait for that. Epic Mickey Fanboy asks, what is your favorite show? I don't really have one. Would you rather watch a boring movie or play a boring game? Play a boring game, because at least then I'm actually doing stuff instead of just sitting around watching a screen. Epic Mike 25 asks, what are the top games that you feel are underrated? Well, Slender the Arrival is a really scary one, and it's pretty hated actually. Hello Neighbor Hide and Seek is another one that's kinda hated, but I find enjoyment in it. Another one would be Mario and Luigi Paper Jam. I enjoyed that one quite a lot, and I feel like people should really give it another shot. Fafa5555 asks, have you watched the Toy Story series? Yes, I have, and I like them, except the first one. Have you been in some controversy? You mean other than the ones where people think that I'm harassing Charlie 5 when I've done everything in my power to prove that I'm not? No. Opinion on Sister Location. It's a really good game, except Night 4. Night 4. Fiction Fanboy asks, how did you get the username Tony Sonic? Well, actually, it's literally just my name and my favorite franchise, so I may as well combine the two. Yes, that's literally my only reason. What's your favorite gaming franchise other than Sonic? Mario! Are you considering having a third version of yourself or character as Nathaniel Bandy as Nathaniel Nandy and Nathaniel Nandy? Yeah, actually I am. In fact, I'm getting its fourth one as well. They're not going to show up for Ews, they're only going to show up for small gags, but I'll tell you what, they'll show up in the Undertale video, along with an extra person. Flanimgo asks, everything wrong with Tri-Fi's, everything wrong with Undertale when? January. Hopefully. Maybe February, but I'm aiming January. Floridian Toilets and Computers asks, what's your favorite level music from the Boost era? Starlight Carnival. What's your favorite Boost era Sonic game? Sonic Colors. What's your opinion on the Sonic mobile games? They exist. Forbidden XYZ Duelist asks, who is your favorite version of the Blue Blur? Modern Sonic. Francisco Cruz V3 asks, what other franchises do you enjoy? Mario, Zelda, Kirby, Crash Bandicoot, Mega Man, Resident Evil, Devil May Cry, and several others. Will you do everything wrong with Tri-Fi's joke everything wrong with? No. Maybe Baldi, but the others, no. What are your opinions on the Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games series? They're fun party games, but not much for single-player experiences. Frenzy asks, have you ever read the Sonic comics and watched the TV shows? And if so, will you ever make a video talking about them? I have not read the Sonic comics, but I have watched the TV shows. Not making a video about either, though. Will you make more videos that aren't everything wrong with or Sonic related? Oh yeah, totally. Neither is my only content. I'll make a lot of other content. Where do you see yourself in the future? Honestly, just chilling, living my life, and making content for you all. Just simple pleasures. Furious Pie asks, how much money have you gotten from YouTube? I'd rather not give any exact specifics, but I've gotten a decent amount. Fused Vasquez asks, since you have a favorite Sonic character, who's your favorite Mario character? Mario! Yeah, I know he's the typical hero, but he's my favorite. GamerGuide/Devlin Ford asks, what's your favorite FNAF game? Right now it's Sister Location, though I do want to try out Help Wanted and Security Breach. And hey, maybe soon I will be able to do so. Go Mifune asks, of all the 16-bit Sonic games, which one do you consider your favorite and why? I consider my favorite to be Sonic Mania, and simply because it's peak classic Sonic. No other explanation, honestly. Though there will be a bit more in-depth in the game ranking video. Godzilla Reader asks, aside from the 4 versions of EXE that you mentioned in the Sonic.exe video, are there any other EXEs that you like? Well, I like Hog and Scorch. Lord X is kinda overrated, but I guess he's cool. I can't really think any, aside from Sonic.exe Ridge, which isn't that different from normal EXE. But that's kinda it. Any thoughts on Godzilla? He's epic! What are your hopes for the third Sonic movie? That they do Shadow Justice. That's it. Go wild. Gregory Gamer Nerd asks, will everything wrong with Mario come back? You betcha. In fact, mark your calendars for the end of March because that's when it's coming back. How long does it take for you to make videos? Depends on how big the video is, honestly. If it's a shorter one, I can do it in less than a week. But if it's a longer one, it'll take me more than that. Longer than that. What do you have planned for next year? All sorts of things, really. More of the same and some new stuff. Igor, I can't pronounce your last name, asks, do you like Pokemon? If not, why? I do not like Pokemon because it just doesn't seem like my thing and I kind of think it's overhyped. There are moments where it feels like I want to give it a shot, but for the most part, I'm neutral on Pokemon. What is your favorite Sonic game that came out between Sonic 3 and Knuckles and Sonic Adventure? Sonic Spinball, I guess? I don't know. Would you like to see a character exclusive to the comics make an appearance in the game? And if so, who? Yes, I would. And I want Fleetway. I'm famous, right? Asks, when are you going to remake the Wonderful 101 video? We're still waiting on that. Yeah, I'm sorry. I've been busy. But don't worry. That and 5 other videos will be remade in the summer. That's the date. Mark it on your calendar. Isis Lemons asks, what got you into the Sonic series in the first place? My mom, actually. When we had a PS2, one of the games we had was the Mega Collection, and I played it endlessly and became a fan ever since. What do you think of the Cuphead DLC and Bendy in the Dark Revival? The Cuphead DLC I've beaten and it's really cool. Bendy in the Dark Revival I haven't yet played, but from what I've seen online, it looks amazing and I want my console port now. Will you be doing your own Everything Wrongness rather than responding to Chari's? Oh yeah, I will. Just wait until after the Undertale video. And those Everything Wrongness will have a bit of a spin on them. JJ the Koopa124 asks, what do you think of plush tubers? I haven't really watched any plush tubers to have an opinion. How many Sonic games have you played? A lot. How many subscribers did you think you'd have at this time? I have no idea. Jack Jensen's Playthroughs and Reviews asks, what's your biggest Sonic hot take? Sonic Generations is the weakest of the original Boost trilogy. It's way too easy and there's barely anything noteworthy in its story. Give Colors some credit, at least it had an actual story you could detach yourself to. Jamil Zayas asks, how tall are you? Around 6 feet. How would you feel if Mario fans hated Luigi as much as Chari hates Charmy, Marine, and Luca combined? I'd be devastated and probably commit a hate crime because Luigi is precious. Would you collab on other channels instead of the other way around? Of course I would. In fact, I already have. Jackal Killer asks, what microphone do you use? The one built into KineMaster. Yeah, I don't have a separate mic, I just speak into the phone. The John Brown Show asks, how do you balance out creating content with daily life? Well, believe it or not, most of my time is spent making videos, but I make sure to take breaks and do what I want to, like play video games or go out and do stuff. Do you yield? I do not. Johnny Plays asks, what do you do when you're bored? Listen to video game music. The only good type of music nowadays. Joshua Lara asks, what is your favorite video game system? The Xbox Series X. What do you think of Sonic Prime? It looks good. I wasn't able to catch the premiere since I don't play Roblox, but from what I've heard, it seems to be pretty good. What's your favorite Sonic moment in anything Sonic related? The first time I fought Giganto. Undefeatable, filled me with chills, man. JP3 asks, who's your favorite Sonic.exe? Xenophase. Laura, I can't pronounce your last name either, asks, what is the best and worst cartoon you've seen? The best? Probably SpongeBob before I watched the later seasons. The worst? I have no idea. What is the worst game you've ever played and why? I'll answer that in the Sonic game ranking video. Luigi TSM asks, you like Sonic? Are you joking or are you serious? Malik Pierre Lewis asks, what is your favorite and least favorite Kirby villain? My favorite is Macklemore. My least favorite is probably Nightmare for being just a load of nothing. Who's your favorite Spider-Man actor? Tom Holland. Megan Paya asks, if you could overhaul Sonic's moveset in Super Smash Bros., what would you do differently? Everything. I'd give him a proper Final Smash and probably give him his Frontiers moveset. What Sonic character would you like to see in a future animated adaptation? Silver. What Sonic character do you want to see get their own game or be given another shot at getting their own game? Their own game? Silver. Another shot? Shadow. Metal Sonic 2.0 asks, what's your favorite sports game? I don't really watch sports games anymore, but I used to play them, and from what I remember, I think I liked soccer the best, or football in the UK. Mesmer Master 13 asks, which system do you use more, your Xbox or your Switch? My Xbox. My Switch still gets some love, but honestly, I love my Series X more. Micah Hayward asks, besides any of the Sonic Colors games, what are 3 Sonic games you recommend anyone should play? Sonic Frontiers, Sonic Unleashed, and Sonic Generations. When did you first meet Dark Tony? In the Wonderful 101 video. In fact, you can check it out right on my channel. Miguel Garces asks, will the Sins videos for Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door and F-Zero GX come out in a few weeks/months? Paper Mario in a few months, yes. F-Zero GX? I don't know what you're talking about. Chari never did F-Zero GX. Would you rather play The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess or Super Smash Bros. Brawl? The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess any day of the week, my guy. Do you have an opinion on the Subspace Emissary? No. Modmaker asks, what was the first piece of Sonic media you consumed? The very first Sonic game. Will you and Charified do a collab? Something CinemaSins will never do with the Birdman. Probably not, Lamau. Mufus asks, what was the first video game you ever played? I think Mario Kart 64 with the family, but I could be wrong about that. Mr. Gamer1234 asks, in your opinion, what's the most underrated and overrated Sonic game and why? Underrated? Probably Secret Rings because it has a really good story and the motion controls aren't that bad. An overrated Sonic game? Definitely Sonic Adventure 2 because half of it just plain sucks in my opinion. This Cookie Man 145 asks, which Sonic character would you marry? Blaze the Cat. What is your opinion on Tails on the Bench? I'm not as vitriolically full of rage as everyone else is, but I see the problem. What is your opinion on Eggnog? Never had it. Muck854 asks, what would you think if we got a Silver the Hedgehog game? I'd be supremely hyped. Favorite genre of music? Does video game music count? If not, rock. Niall Ali Khan asks, will DT ever get his own channel? That was the original plan, but I'm also thinking of doing a lyrical channel, and I don't think I can manage 3 channels. I can manage 2, but 3 is too much. Out of every year of Sonic video you did, which one did you enjoy making the most? The Sonic.exe video. That was a lot of fun to talk about my favorite creepypasta. What is your most hated boss fight of all time? Jasper Bat Jr.
This guy!
Negateen asks, do you have any favorite Sonic tubers that you watch? 2 exactly. Sam Procrastinates and Sonic Stuff. Non-FNF Modder asks, what does your Forces avatar look like? I actually made a post about this, but in case you missed it, here you go. Ongoing the Gamer asks, would you like to see a game based on the Sonic movies or a crossover with movie Sonic and modern Sonic? A game based on the Sonic movies. Crossovers are cool and all, but I don't want one with movie and modern Sonic. Paper Brothers asks, what's your favorite number? 7. Have you seen the upcoming Mario movie trailer? And if so, do you have high hopes for it? I have seen it, and yes, I do have high hopes for it. I think it could be potentially Illumination's best movie. Sorry, Despicable Me. Although, I do have 2 criticisms. 1, Peach's face looks off. Like, I know this is how she looks, but I don't know, something about it just rubs me the wrong way. The other one, Chris Pratt's Mario. Now, this was before the TV spot showed off his Brooklyn accent, which is actually half decent. But beforehand, it didn't feel like he was trying. Like, it lacked energy. It sounded like he was bored half the time. Remember how he voiced Emmett in the Lego movie? Remember how that character had so much charm and energy to it? Imagine if he used that same amount of energy for Mario. That fit well, but he doesn't, and it just feels off. Still gonna watch it and review it, but I don't know, that just runs me the wrong way. Pedram Does Stuff asks, what do you like about Sonic? Everything. How did you discover Undertale? Well, I first saw it during a countdown video. I don't know what the subject was, but it was that. And I watched through it and didn't pay it any mind at first, but then I saw it in more countdown videos and decided maybe I'll give it a shot. And I did, and I was hooked ever since. I love that game, man. Pokehero191 asks, what was your best moment playing a video game? Fighting Azrael Dreamer for the first time. And repeated attempts, it's just that good. Did you ever think your channel would blow up like it did? I don't know. I mean, I guess I figured I'd get subs eventually, but this fast? I don't know. I didn't really expect it. Preston the Fox asks, what is your fave to least fave EXE? I've already said my fave. My least fave is probably Needle Mouse for reasons I explained in the Sonic.exe video. Princess Orla asks, what's your favorite color?
Green.
Do you prefer dogs or cats? Yes. What are your top 5 Sonics? Sonic, Sonic.exe, Fleetway Sonic, Scourge, and Movie Sonic. Princeler_7 asks, what is the best Sonic main theme? Reach for the stars. Rabbit Gamer King asks, if you could add a non-game Sonic character to the games, which one would you add? Sonic.exe. Are there any movies you like that most people hate? 1. Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker, but even then I don't like it that much. Have you played the Mario Kart 8 DLC tracks? If so, what are your favorite tracks? I have, and my favorites are Coconut Mall, Waluigi Pinball, and whatever the ice cream track is. Ricardo Storm Surge Silva asks, what would your favorite Wisp power be? Laser! Which Eggman plan seems the most insane? Probably the one where he tries to control Iblis. I mean, what made him think that he could even control something of that power? What is your favorite track in the Sonic Racing trilogy? I have no idea. I barely played the first 2, and I hardly remember anything from Team Sonic Racing, but I guess Final Fortress is a nice track. That's the only one I can really remember anyways. Riley Saunders asks, live and learn or what I'm made of? What I'm made of. What is the hardest Sonic game you've played and why? Sonic Adventure 2, because the other 2 modes aside from Sonic and Shadows gameplay are either unfair at best or annoying at worst. Who do you think is more powerful, Solaris or the Time Eater? I think Solaris might be slightly more powerful, but I think they're roughly on the same level. Rio Taro asks, what do you think about your subscribers from other countries? Hello there, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to the channel. As long as you don't make trouble, I'm glad to have you here. Said CD asks, what's your favorite rapper or rap group? I don't listen to rap. Samurai 2020 asks, what joke from Char 5 made you laugh the most? This one.
Mario! Bowser's pasted us up all over the place! Luckily, I've got just the thing for a crisis like this! Here, take it!
If I have a hammer, then why the f Do I need sick? I'm having a stroke. That's the only thing that can explain this wretched acid trip of a video game.
Have you considered trying out the Mr. Hot's Playhouse franchise from Moonbit? No. Screamin' Sonic asks, what are your thoughts on each Sonic voice actor? Ryan Drummond is eh, Jason Griffith is okay, and Roger is my man. Sean McCommons asks, what was your favorite game growing up? That's a tough one. I had a lot of games growing up, but I guess Wii Sports since the family played that really often, so yeah, I'll go with that one. /10 Gamer of Gamers asks, how do you feel about the Marvel Cinematic Universe? I used to really love it, but nowadays I'm really tired of it, and it's gonna take a lot to reel me back in. Do you like Call of Duty, Star Wars, or Spider-Man? No, yes, and no, yes. Slasher74 asks, how long have you been a fan of Sonic? Most of my life, honestly. What made you decide to become a YouTuber? The Birdman and Omega Blackheart, as well as other Countdown creators. Some anime dweeb, I am sure, asks, have you ever heard of Freedom Planet? Yes, I have. In fact, I have the first game downloaded on my Switch. I haven't played it due to complications in my life, but I will eventually. Synonymous47 asks, which one is better, Archie or IDW? I haven't read either, so I can't really say. What do you think of Thomas the Tank Engine? The show or the character? Because the show is my childhood, and the character is really fun. Does pineapple go on pizza? No! Sonic Fan 1991 asks, can you ask Paramount to release Sonic Movie 3 on July 12, 2024? No, but I'm guessing that day holds some importance to you. Do you think Sonic will have a crush on Amy Rose in Sonic Movie 3? It'd be a nice change of pace, assuming she's in Sonic Movie 3. Do you think Zendaya should voice Rouge in Sonic Movie 3? Again, assuming she's even in Sonic Movie 3. Though Zendaya voicing Rouge would be a nice fit. The Sonic King asks, what's your favorite licensed game? SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom. Are you into Transformers at all? I used to be, but nowadays I'm not so keen on it. The new trailer for the new movie looks pretty good though. Summer Sensation asks, what was your reaction to the deletion of your Sonic Adventure 2 video? I actually deleted that video myself because it was pretty dog shit in retrospect, and there are some things in that video that I wholly regret saying. So I'm gonna remake that video sooner or later, along with 5 other videos. Yeah, now you know 2 of the 6 videos I'm going to remake in the summer. Do you think you and Chari will be friendly rivals when you two meet? Maybe. Assuming we ever meet at all, maybe we could be. I don't know. Do you plan on having any other socials besides Patreon? A, I don't have a Patreon, so I don't know what you're talking about there. And B, I do have Discord and my own server, which I'm not sure if I'm going to make public to you guys, but maybe if you guys want to join, I could. And I also made a Twitter account as a last resort, but I rarely use it because Twitter is a cesspool of controversy. Super Mario Frenzy 15 asks, are you going to do everything wrong with Chari Fry's Paper Mario series? Yes, I am, along with a good friend of mine. What's your favorite and least favorite Mario ship? My favorite, probably Luigi and Daisy. My least favorite, I guess Bowser and Peach because it's wrong in every way. TF Fan 102 asks, what are your thoughts on the Mega Man series, and what's your favorite game in the series? I've already said my favorite game. As for what I think of the series as a whole, I like classic Mega Man the most. Trixie Fan 22 asks, what is your favorite color Emerald and why? Green, because green is my favorite color. Which Sonic Final Boss theme is your favorite and why? Mega Wish Farmer Phase 2 because it's freaking epic. Tweezy Barbecue asks, what's the daily life of DT when he's not involved with the sins? He does whatever he wants, as long as it doesn't break the law, and he luckily hasn't done any of that, at least to my knowledge. Twin Tail Sidekick asks, would you rather play Sonic Freeriders again, or be stuck with Chris Thorndike? Oh man, why you gotta hit me with the hard questions? Well, at least Sonic Freeriders has kind of a decent soundtrack, so I guess Sonic Freeriders? At least I won't want to break my ears. Ultra Gamer 24 asks, do you sometimes think that Mario is better than Sonic? Dude, I never think Mario is better than Sonic. User 1 Campbell asks, what is your opinion on the Monsoon and Sundowner fights from Metal Gear Rising? Monsoon is a pain in the butt because of how hard he is to hit, and Sundowner is alright. Which Sonic game is the best story, and which Sonic game is the worst story in your opinion? I'll answer both questions in the upcoming game ranking video. Vincent Mariscal asks, favorite console or handheld? I've said my favorite console, so my favorite handheld is a Switch. Volvoman asks, when's your birthday? July 2nd. Whisper is here asks, will you be covering Chari Fry's Everything Wrong with FNAF Security Breach? Yes, I will. In fact, I plan on doing it in October. Do you ever plan on covering anything to do with the IDW comics? If not, what's your opinion on those? I don't plan on covering the IDW comics because I have not read them, so I can't really have an opinion on them. Do you find the Snapcube fandoms funny? You're gonna hate me for this? No, I don't. Like, I'm all for exaggerated voices of the characters, but the fact that they're constantly laughing at their own jokes is kind of obnoxious. And last but not least, YouTube Social HD2 asks, if there is one Sonic game you wouldn't play, which one would it be and why? Are you referring to Sonic games that I haven't played yet? Because if that's the case, then Sonic 1 GBA, because I feel no reason to. It's literally just Sonic 1 on the GBA and also bad. What is your favorite Sonic X episode? I honestly don't have one, sorry. And that concludes the first Q&A on the channel. If any questions weren't in this video, either I didn't see them or you asked the same question to someone else. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the finale of the Year of Sonic.